beyond Reaper's Underground. We hope you survive.
Yes, it is that time, my demons. That time of the week where it is time to come out of that crypt and get spooky. And it's been a minute since we did Reaper's Underground, and I don't know. I on my little crypt phone, I got a message from a very good friend, and said, I would like for you to check out my latest project. And of course, you know me. I will always check out any independent project. So I was like, and this particular person, fuck yes, all day long. And I checked it out, and the verdict is in. This is definitely worthy of a Reaper's Underground movie review live. So I am happy to bring this little tawdry tale to you all. It is called Jacker 3 Road to Hell. And this is the final film of a trilogy, which I desperately need to go back and watch part 1 and part 2. And it stars Phil Herman. This is also a passion project for him. And it's directed by the great James Panetta. And woo-wee, when I get into this one with y'all, I think you will also want to make sure that this is part of your collection. And before I get into all the gory details, we're going to take a quick commercial break to our brothers over at Villain Arts Tattoos. Check that shit out. Oh, you already know what to do, my demons and beautiful motherfucking addicts out there. I've been telling you for 4 straight years. Villain Arts Tattoos, the best in tattoo conventions, the largest in this country, in the world. And when they come to your city, your state, your town, wake up your mama and make sure that you get her to take your ass down there and get a high quality tattoo from some of the best tattoo artists in the country. And as always, I will make sure that I will keep you up to date when I'm going to creep upon one of these cons. It's been a minute, but I think there might be one more. I don't know. I'll have to double check. There is a possibility of November. So check them out, follow them. And at the same time, this is the time to share this broadcast out. Anywhere and everywhere there is a horror lover, an indie horror lover, an indie film lover. So wake up your auntie, your grandma, your sister, your cousin, niece, nephew. Yep, even if they're wee little. No, I'm kidding. We don't do that. This is 18 and over as always. Because at the end of the day, it's Reaper, the king of madness. So, hey, what's going on, Steve Cornett? Awesome. Good to see you, as well as Lily. And of course, my undead brother, Morty. But what we are here to do, we are here to discuss this man, motherfucking the incomparable, magnificent, incredible Phil Herman. What a body of work. Who was actually just won the Lifetime Achievement Award at Grossfest this past summer. So there's a reason for that. He is a master filmmaker and one hell of a fucking actor. I don't know if some of you know that or not, but he also does acting as well. And again, this is a passion project for him. And to bring to a close a final epic ending to the Jacker series, Jacker 3 Road to Hell. In true Phil Herman fashion, and there's a lot of great people involved in this particular film. Will DeVokes, Derek Brosh, and Chivi's Film Productions also involved. And of course, the great James Panetta directing it. A lot of love went into this film. And in true Phil Herman fashion, the first fucking couple of minutes of the film is epic as hell. With the great Joe DiBartolo as the original. We get a little backstory here. We're going to get a little bit of backstory. His particular character is the father to our beloved Jacker, and is having this horrible fight with his wife. And I mean, 1 minute they're fighting, the next minute he's pulling out a machete and going ham, like he's dicing a ham, I might add. Yummy. That was such a tasty scene. Great way to open this particular film. It's gory. It does not hold back. It feels real. Kyler, what's going on, my brother? Good to see you. Make sure we're sharing this out, everybody. But just a great way. I love it when a film goes from 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. It's like it builds that suspense in a heartbeat and just sucks you right in. You're like, oh, and there's this young Jacker sitting there, you know. I should say Jacker to be. And he's got his earphones on. He's working on some shit. And I'm like, unholy fuck. My goodness. I mean, he's like, you got to take over for me, son. And I love that. It's like building a serial killer 101. Take out his mama and then tell him that you understand that it is so importante for you to keep this infallible work going. And I can honestly say, I think true crime fans will definitely like this entire series. Like I said, I was unholy blessed to see the third one before it's even out. And I mean, let's face it, it doesn't disappoint. The great Debbie D comes back, and Butch motherfucking Patrick. Now, I got to meet him over at, I believe it was the first Nashville Horror Con that I went to, and he was there in epic fashion with his Munsters mobile. And I got a signed shirt from him and stuff like that. But just a great guy. To see him show up in the middle of this was like, holy shit balls. Motherfucking Eddie Munster is in the middle of Jacker 3. That was pretty cool. And it was a great scene too. Definitely sold it. But let me scale back a little bit. So that was then. And there's a period of time that goes by that there's been no killings by the infamous Jacker. Now, when we think of the word Jacker, we think of carjacker, right? And, you know, this gave me Hitcher vibes. It gave me, vibes of Killers on the Road, whether they had their own vehicle or maybe they were just out in the wilderness. So many great influences, I think, going into this really cult classic film, in my opinion, where Jacker is obviously so much from the last one. He kind of like went off into obscurity, and people are talking about it. You see his girlfriend's character, and man, just beautifully shot movie. I really got to give credit, where they're able to show a newscast, and you know how much indie film does a lot of newscasts that are going on, whether it's apocalypse or whatever the fuck. And you see her character come into frame. She's basically in a fucking Walmart. Oh yeah, gotta have some Walmart in Jacker 3. And there's this big screen TV, and they start saying that, oh, there was a brutal murder discovered. And that's kind of how this film gets kicked off. We get a little bit of backstory on how Jacker came to be, and then we move right into it's been 10 years since any murders have happened. The Jacker has kind of gone away, I guess. And what do true crime fans do? Probably one of the worst things they could ever do. They motherfucking go out somewhere in the wilderness. Yep, not the Walmart. Exactly right. Goes out into the wilderness, these fanatics, thinking, oh, maybe I'll catch a glimpse. And I'm sitting here thinking to my fucking self, I said, Reaper, you beautiful big bad devil daddy yourself. And I said, would you go looking for a serial killer? No, of fucking course not. I'm not fucking stupid. I mean, I might be all omnipotent, but I can't die. But I would definitely not walk my big ass out into the middle of the woods hoping to catch a glimpse of Jacker. I mean, this guy kills at random. There is no rhyme or reason to his method of madness. And that's what I love about this particular type. Now, one of the things that you'll see actually early on in the film is a little bit of a supernatural effect, which I found particularly awesome. And it's kind of funny because it worked in this film and didn't work in Halloween Ends. There's a little bit of an evil transference. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. That happens between father and son. So that's how we find out how Jacker came to continue to be this legacy for 30 years, right? But I love the dream sequences that automatically just kind of come out of nowhere. And there's this great fucking scene with Jacker's girlfriend. I got to pull this up too, because I want to make sure it's Debbie D's character. And he's like in this dream sequence where there's this, bedroom and this and that. And he's got like this really, really long, gray, ridiculous hair. Kind of reminds me of Limp Bizkit when we saw Fred Durst come out for the first time after, hibernating somewhere. I would say it was in the wilderness as well. And suddenly Limp Bizkit comes back and he's got all this long gray hair. And he just he's like in this slumber, and this dream sequence wakes his ass up. He's like, it's time to go hunting again. And of course, these fanatics, these true crime fans, think it's fun to poke the fucking bear. Is it fun when you poke it and it pokes back? I don't think so. So we lose a few people along the way because what do we know the Jacker is best at? He's best at give me your shit and I'm going to kill you for no reason. I mean, you got to love a stone cold killer if you like that type of genre. Jacker 3 delivers on that and more. He loves his work. It's still very human, even though the idea of evil traveling from one person to the next to keep this madness going. Of course, there's no real backstory on that per se, but I love that element, and it's definitely prevalent because he is now woken back up from this fucking dream sequence and back at it again. He's gone back to work in epic fucking fashion. Bodies are dropping all over the place for no reason. And what do we know? These great sequences with newscasting. And they're basically building up the suspense. It's like this shit's happening. And this is a really, really great how they're setting this tension. Like it's begun again. You've already feel like you're on that one ride in the amusement park that suddenly starts, freaking you out a little bit for those that are of the faint of heart. I don't like heights myself, but then again, I can fly and I don't do that. Well, anyway. I digress. So, and she's freaking out. You see his girlfriend, she's watching this newscast and she's freaking out. And automatically you kind of feel for this woman. She's like, oh yes, I knew him. And it was a real fucked up experience. You think she's traumatized and, sells it very, very, very fucking well. So she's being interviewed by different, true crime shows and stuff like that, newscasters, all that shit. And she does this one true crime show. And then we find out, and the brilliant Christopher Kaler is the one interviewing her. And then we find out that they're, now that things have started again, he wants to get even closer. So we find out they have a relationship together. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, do you need the story that bad? No, you don't. But unfortunately, this guy does. He wants to get the further in-depth look into the Jacker because she was his girlfriend. What's up, Satanic Gospels? Good to see you as always, sir. Hell yeah. Talking about a great independent film called Jacker 3, The Road to Hell. And what a hell ride it is. So, I mean, all this time you're feeling bad for this woman because she's having fucking nightmares that he's coming back to get her. He's going to finish her off and all this shit. At least that's how it looks. That's how it feels. Very good script writing going on here. Setting up all of this because obviously I don't want to give too much away because even though this is an exclusive for y'all, I want you to go and get your hands on this film. If not from me, but just knowing the great Phil Herman's work, it definitely doesn't disappoint on any fucking level whatsoever. And here is Christopher Kaler's character in the middle of this thing. It's like, do you really want to open Pandora's box? Well, you're right in the middle of it. So, moving forward, more bodies are dropping senselessly. There's a couple of cops that were involved in some of the other films there. And I'll tell you what, they went looking for him and they sure as shit found him. But did they get their just desserts? I think you can only imagine because you can't stop. You cannot stop the Jacker from doing his dirty work. You and me both there, Mr. Cornette. I definitely cannot wait for the Satanic Gospels as well. So we move forward, and the Jacker's just moving through town, business as usual, slaying all day, never takes a break. Just great people in this film all the way through. It also acts as a dedication to Maddie Deering, whom we unfortunately lost, and appears in this film. That was great to see. Very heartfelt. Great acting, absolutely, all the way through. Some of the things that really sets this film apart is multiple locations for every scene. It's not even random because it all flows so well. Because when you're shooting an independent film, most people can only get a few spots to tell their tale. Phil and his team have definitely gone above and beyond on this one for every scene. Everything from his girlfriend's place, her place where she lives, as well as multiple parking lots, roads. I mean, just fantastic, intelligent cinematography. And the music score as well. Top fucking notch. Love it. Definitely sets up every scene. It gives so much homage to films of the past, mainstream wise. I think of like Maniac. I think of, The Town That Dreaded Sundown. Hitcher. It definitely gives you the vibe. And believe it or not, there's a tad bit of comedy. There were some spots where I definitely kind of laughed at this. Not in a way of laughing at it like, oh, this is fucking stupid. No, there's a little bit of comedy in some of the lines that I just really, really dug. Because like I said, you got to love a killer that enjoys his work. And it seems like we're constantly racing towards something. Especially with his girlfriend, expecting that he's just going to show up out of nowhere. And it's not just her that's having these kind of crazy dreams, prolific things that feel so real that you think they happened. And again, I don't want to give too much away. I can't do it as much as I want to, but you're still getting a very, very in-depth look here at this film. But it feels like we're racing towards something. And Christopher Kaler's character as a host of this true crime show is caught up in the middle of it. And, she seems all lovey-dovey and things are going great. And then the next moment she's going crazy on him. And we're like, what's happening here? Are her dreams just making her madness worse? And that's a lot how it feels. And she sells every bit of it. So many great kill scenes. Again, the Jacker needs something. He sees the opportunity. He seizes it. If you like a little bit of skin with your death, there is also plenty of that. It's almost a horn of plenty. And, sin is always in the underground. So just great moments, great kills, and we're following this trail of madness with Jacker. Everyone's trying to get him. Everyone's trying to kill him, and these, I don't know why anybody would think that they would get the best of this guy who literally haunts everyone. And that's kind of the beauty of being a random killer like that. So we're moving forward. Christopher Kaler's character is starting to have these nightmares. Even his producer is having these nightmares. It's fucking crazy. And when you do a dream sequence, those can be hard to pull off. especially on the indie level. And James definitely directs these sequences so perfectly shot. There's graininess. There's moments where, you're looking through a camera lens that are really well placed and make sense. Just all over the place. Absolutely love it. So moving forward, you start to really see the cracks start to crumble in Debbie's character. And she basically says, I'm done with you. Kicks Christopher Kaler's character out, the host of this true crime show. And he's like, well, what the fuck? And of course, the whole time his partner's like, no, you got to stick with it. We need to get to the bottom of this. What is the link? And, without giving too much away, you start to find out that she is not exactly what she seems. And that's one of the great twists in this film. And it's like this constant, is it real? Is it not real? I think you guys know what I'm talking about, where you've seen some films where you're like, what the fuck did I just watch? Did that really happen? Or was that just in somebody's head? Sometimes you even think that the Jacker himself is not real until the end. That maybe it was really her going around doing all this. I don't know. That's kind of the feeling I got a few times, and I thought that was really fucking cool. Oh yeah, absolutely, Steve. I can't agree enough. Who doesn't like a little skin in some of those death scenes? It's like, you're going along, you think you're having a good time, you're getting some pleasure, and well, somebody comes to crash the party. And it's like, was it worth it trying to get some in the front seat of your car? I don't think so. So many twists in this. And then we see that this evil transference is constantly jumping even more that we never expected, which is kind of crazy, especially to me. And I like that. Instead of just, it was just a transference from father to son. No, it is we find out, I will give you this. We find out that it is in Debbie, because Debbie also shoots it out when she reveals her true nature to Christopher Kaler's character. It's like, no one is safe, man. It's not, this is not a tale that ends well whatsoever. There are wonderful knife kills, guns galore, which kind of gives you a little bit more of, this can also be a thriller. There's plenty of gore, which really gives you kind of that horror aspect. And then the fact that it's a serial killer, this is a lot more real. It definitely is kind of a psychological thriller at the same time. So you're getting the best of both worlds with Jacker 3. And then finally, Jacker and Debbie D's character come together at the end. And I don't want to tell you how that ends up, but I do know that, these types of thrones, as it were, the infamous Jacker, that somebody must carry on this tradition. And in all actuality, Debbie is definitely one that will do that. But I love a cursed object, or the fact that somebody so wicked, so evil, can put some of that evilness into objects. So I want you to pay particularly close to a hat at the end of this film when you see it, because you are gonna see it, right? You better, because it's worth it. Cursed objects, and some it gets into just very unassuming hands. I believe his name is Andrew Pearson at the end of this film, and it's an epic scene. I absolutely love it. Longest take, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. It is not currently available yet. That's why this is kind of an exclusive. I'm not exactly sure when the official release date will be. I would stay peeled to the Jacker 3 Facebook page if you're not already following it to get those updates. But it most definitely is finished, and it's kind of a masterpiece. You know, taking on a trilogy like this, I think they ended it so well. It's not going to let any fans down whatsoever that were fans of the first two. This one is all kinds of degrees of wrong in the most beautiful, darkest of ways. So definitely, that's one of the things I want to tell you. If you're not following that page, follow it now. If you're not following Phil Herman, definitely follow his page as well to get all the updates when this will be released. But I also have a nice little inside look for you with the trailer of Jacker 3 Road to Hell. Check that shit out.
So here's the deal. I'm scared of the bogeyman, but I'm scared to death of the Jacker.
Long way to go. Silhouette in the distance. Through the pouring rain stands a tall, dark man with a shadowed face. Don't stop for the stranger. Kind-hearted soul doesn't know what lies ahead.
I want to
Fate is in your hands. Make your choice. Don't stop for the stranger. Don't stop for the stranger. Don't even know you're at the crossroads of your life. One wrong turn, you're gonna die. Pretty little girls like you shouldn't be out riding around late at night. Don't you dare slow down. Cars passing by. Side of the road opens the door. Not a word was spoken. Didn't say where he's going. No exchanging glances. Eyes straight ahead.
The Jacker is born.
You made a bad decision. Stop for the stranger. You stop for the stranger. Now your life's in danger. You stop for the stranger. Don't look into the eyes of the man with a shadowed face. Don't look into the eyes of a man with a shadowed face. Don't stop for the stranger. Keep on going. 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 Better drive on by. Better drive on by.
If you couldn't tell from that trailer alone, and that was a teaser trailer, people, damn, gave you so much at once. like I said, you can see that the Jacker is definitely not one to be fucked with in any sense of the imagination. He's got a pincho for showing up at the right place at the worst times. You don't know where he's going to be. Shit. You know, you could be on the pot taking a shit right there, and then all of a sudden Jacker come pop out around the bowl going, "What's up? You may have something I want, or maybe I just need to kill you because it makes me feel good." You can see Phil laughing so many times in so many of the scenes, smiling, loves his work. You got to admire a killer that loves his work. I know I do. Yes, I have to agree. Steve says this is going to be a thrill. It's definitely a very, very wild ride. So definitely, please make sure that you are following the Jacker 3 page on Facebook. I'm not sure about Instagram. Most things for these films are on Facebook. So definitely stay peeled to that. Follow Phil Herman. And if you follow any of the actors and actresses that are in it, they will also keep you up to date. So for me, it's time to give those Reaper skulls. As far as up to 5 of them, as y'all very well know. So I am going to give Jacker 3 Road to Hell on the repo meter a 4 out of 5 skulls. Actually, 4.5. 4.5. And that is because the cinematography locations are fucking breathtaking. They are real and just very much a cut above. Especially for a film shot on such a modest budget. Acting is very, very good. Cast is absolutely good. There were some moments, it seems like maybe there was a little bit of audio trouble, but that's also kind of one of the things that makes indie films so, fun, is little nuances like that. It happens. And there's, sometimes maybe we're kind of overdoing some things in certain parts, but at the end of the day, it still all goes together very well. You are constantly being moved through this journey that Jacker is on once he's reawoken and decides to go on his own murderous rampage. So if you are a fan of true crime, if you like serial killer stories with a little bit of twists and turns and maybe just a tad of supernatural aspect to it, just a little bit, you're definitely going to dig this one, because that's kind of what Jacker as a character symbolizes to me, is the epitome of evil. And that's what they're trying to get across to you, that evil never dies. Even if the one that it's in dies, it can continue on. I mean, we've seen that, right? Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, they are driven by this urgency to kill. Yes, Phil is in the whole film multiple times. So, yeah. And the guy wields a gun, so he's really good at it too. So I would not want to fuck with Phil. Especially if he's in Jacker mode. And again, another thing that goes into my rating for this film is the total randomness, the just constant carnage. There's a purpose, and it's just for the love of doing it. Take what you can, give nothing back, says Jack Sparrow. Well, guess what? Jacker feels that way too. And at the end of the day, you ain't going to be around to try to get it back. So he definitely gets this across in the film so well. excellent acting, excellent crew. And again, the soundtrack is awesome. The music is appropriate. It doesn't overdo it, but it definitely, sets you up the tension and release moments. And then those fucking crazy, dream sequences really kind of gets you there too. So all good all the way around. So definitely put this one on your list, my demons, for one of your next viewing pleasures. Hey, what's up there, Reese? What's going on, my dude? He says, hey, brother, hope you're well. We're getting ready to see Falling in Reverse and Slaughter to Prevail. I'm with you on Slaughter to Prevail. Falling in Reverse, I could kind of... That's just me. But I hope you have a killer fucking time, brother. And thank you all for tuning in for this intimate look into Phil Herman and James Panetta's new vision coming out soon. Again, we don't have an official release date for it, but you will be able to find that out. Send them a message. Let them know that you can't wait to see this and that Reaper sent you. But coming up next, the night is not over. Oh no, we have a grudge match that you never thought you would see on the Horror Barbecue coming up at about 9:15, where we have two prolific, probably the two most famous horror authors of the last 30, 40 years. Let's just be real about that. We have Stephen King going up against R.L. Stine. Doesn't matter which one you like or if you like them both. God damn it, they made a movie out of two fucking sick stories. The Boogeyman versus Fear Street Prom Queen. Just when you thought it was safe to go back to prom. And a new vision, because R.L. Stine's, work in the past with Goosebumps and stuff like that happened to be very, family appropriate. Well, Fear Street series is definitely not, and all of us absolutely fucking love them. So definitely tune in at 9:15 for that, as my undead brother Morty will be coming out of his crypt to join me on this adventure. And thank you guys so much for checking me out tonight, kicking off your pre-weekend in epic dark fashion. Hail Satan. We got so much good stuff going on tomorrow night. Tracks of the Damned. Saturday night, if you are ready to sin in the best and most darkest deliciously of ways, join us on the goddamn program Saturday night. Now, as far as Reaper's Underground, I have a wonderful, illustrious, seductive black metal band for you, coming all the way from Spain next Friday at 1 p.m. And they've been on the show before, and they are known as Erzsébet. Definitely the absolute embodiment of Erzsébet Bathory, and telling the tale of all of her fun little things that she liked to do back in those times that she's so famous for. And Elizabeth will be here as she is the vocalist for the band at 1 p.m. next Friday as part of Reaper's Halloween Havoc Season 2. So thank you all so much. Totally appreciate you. Love every single one of you. Always keep one foot on the ground, one in the fire. And always stay heavy.
Thank you for joining us on Reapers Underground. Stay tuned for more from Black